Derailed.
I think it's over now.
Alright, Derailed, the 2005 suspense thriller released by the Weinstein Company in one of their last associated pictures with Miramax until they defaulted from that label and just go with Dimension now. As we know, these guys got an eye for talent. Obviously one of the best independent film studios in Hollywood, the Weinstein Company. Screenplay was written by William Beatty, who has credits with Pirates of the Caribbean, the '03, the first one of the best ones of the franchise. Collateral, the '04 movie with Tom Cruise, as you remember, and Jamie Foxx, where Tom Cruise plays the villain, and The Messengers, an '07 horror, and also G.I. Joe. It was adapted from an '03 novel by James Siegel. This movie is like a throwback in the mold of the 50s and the early 60s style suspense films like the Alfred Hitchcock Hour or Cary Grant, James Stewart movies like To Catch a Thief, even Alfred Hitchcock feature films. I'm not going to mention major spoilers. I wouldn't suggest watching the trailer either. It's one of those trailers that gives away most of the plot points, so if you like movies like Nick of Time or the other shows that I mentioned, The Nick of Time with Johnny Depp in the mid-90s, it's kind of in that same vein. But the simple outline is based off the title. It's about an everyday businessman in a suit and tie in Chicago whose life unexpectedly gets derailed. It's a good cast. Clive Owen in his acting prime. Remember in the mid-2000s when he got roles like he played King Arthur in Arthur in '05 with Keira Knightley, where he was part of the Knights Templar, Knights of the Round Table. And I just recently saw that for the first time in '06. I saw that in '06 and I haven't seen it until the other day. And he did a great role. He did a great job in all these movies. And he was also in Robert Rodriguez's Sim City that came out in late '05. And also Spike Lee's The Inside Job that came out in '06. Also has Jennifer Aniston in one of her best roles I've seen her in. She usually plays the same character, but this is one of the best roles in film that I've seen her in. It's a Grace Kelly type character. She's a legend by this point. Most actresses stop getting roles after they're 34 or 35, but she's in her early 40s and she's still getting roles that 27, 28-year-olds get in Hollywood. Also has Vincent Cassell as the villain. This guy's gotten a lot of huge roles over the years in 2 different continents. In France, he's a huge star over there, and also he was in the French version of Wicker Park. And he's also played the villain in several USA movies the past decade. Most recently, he was in Black Swan. And it was the 2000s, so like a lot of the other movies then, they had to get 2 rappers to appeal to a wider audience, which it pretty much worked. It made $27 million in US DVD sales alone. The rappers were Exhibit and RZA. I mean, Exhibit was fine, but RZA was terrible. This movie could have been set in the 60s if it wasn't for the cell phones or the rappers. Also, he's on his computer a few times in the movie. But the first 30 minutes of the movie feel pretty generic, but the last hour is great, mind-gripping. You can't stop watching. Really recommend going out of your way to check this out. 8.5 out of 10 overall. That's all I have to say about this movie. I don't want to give away much spoilers or anything, so this was JBM from Mr. Creepshow 09.